Welcome to the course on visual or spatial intelligence type. In this course, we will learn about one of the 9 intelligence types, the spatial intelligence type. This lesson will empower you with tools to become a highly successful person. Every intelligence type is for a purpose and is important, and so are you. Let's get started. The learning objectives of this course are: 1. To understand the characteristics of the visual or spatial intelligence. 2. To gain insight into how this type learns best and the careers best suited for them. 3. To appreciate other intelligences and identify how you can use it to your advantage. The course outline is: 1. Who is a person with a spatial or visual intelligence? 2. How do they learn best and what career types best suit people with this intelligence type? And 3. How do you develop this intelligence type? Let's begin with lesson 1. Who is a person with a visual or spatial intelligence type? Spatial intelligence is the ability to generate, retain, retrieve, and transform well-structured visual images, according to Loham, 1996. If you have a high degree of this intelligence, you love to fix things. You are great at painting and drawing. You have the ability to visualize shapes in your mind's eye. It's the mental skill that architects and engineers use for their design work. You are artistically inclined. You have the capacity to both observe the small details and also give it the right interpretation. You are also good at recognizing that you do not have all the information and must find more information. You are more alert. Lesson 2. What careers are best suited for the spatial intelligence type? Many careers and professions are available to this intelligence type. People with this intelligence can choose to become artists, designers, architects, painters, sculptors, musicians, engineers, scientists, teachers, among others. Meet Constance Swanika. Constance is a Ghanaian sculptor and the founder of Accent and Art Limited, the premier purveyor of the finest crafted bespoke wrought iron furniture made in Ghana and arguably West Africa. She established her business 6 months after graduating from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Constance's work can be found in a wide range of upscale homes, offices, and diplomatic missions, both home and abroad. Meet Sir David Adjaye. Sir David Adjaye is recognized as a leading architect of his generation. Adjaye was born in Tanzania to Ghanaian parents, and his influences range from contemporary art, music and science to African art forms and the civic life of cities. In 1994, he set up his first office, where his ingenious use of materials and his sculptural ability established him as an architect with an artist's sensibility and vision. He reformed his studio as Adjaye Associates in 2000. The firm now has offices in London, New York, and Accra, with projects in the US, UK, Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. Meet Bubu Niang. What tools does an artist use? Brushes and palettes, you say. But do you know that Bubu Niang, a Senegalese artist, can paint with whatever he can lay his hands on? And not only this, but he can also draw with his eyes closed or standing behind the canvas. From boxing gloves to cycles or brushes held between his teeth, this Dakar-based artist can paint in very unconventional ways. Bubu is not only original in his approach to painting, but is also perfect in his craft. Talking to the BBC, Bubu said, "For me, art is freedom. I find it easier to paint upside down. It's not only easier, but it's quicker. Some people think I'm crazy. Others think I'm fake, but it's normal for some people to have that reaction." Meet Akiane Kramarik. Akiane is an American poet and painter. At age 4, she began expressing her complex visions through drawing, utilizing whatever medium she found, including charcoal, fruits, candles, vegetables, you name it. At age 8, she was quoted as saying, "Only when we are filled with light, we cannot live unnoticed." At age 9, she was discovered and featured by Oprah Winfrey on her show, and she published a book at age 10, chronicling her successes. She has since received over 450 million visitors to her online gallery. Meet Kieran Williamson. He is a watercolor, oil and pastel artist from Holt, Norfolk in England. His paintings and ability by the age of 6 was notable for his advanced use of perspective and shading. His second exhibition in 2009 sold out in 40 minutes, raising a total of £18,200 for 16 paintings. In July 2010, his paintings sold in 30 minutes. Meet Taylor Wilson. He is an American nuclear physics enthusiast and science advocate. In 2008, at the age of 14, he produced nuclear fusion using a fusor and at the time was the youngest person ever to do so. In June 2012, Wilson was awarded a Thiel Fellowship. The 2-year $100,000 fellowship requires recipients to forego college for the duration of the fellowship. In 2017, Wilson was named a member of the Helena Group, an elite and edgy think tank of global leaders focused on executing projects that improve the world. Looking forward to reading about you in all the important global media platforms for your exhibitions of intelligence in your identified area. If the people we have outlined can, we believe you can too, and even do better. Let us watch a video on this intelligence to summarize our learnings. Kindly write down your new learnings from the video. Lesson 3. How to develop visual or spatial intelligence. 1. Explore hobbies that allow you to manipulate objects to train your visual skills while also entertaining you. Some of the hobbies you may consider are photography, jigsaw puzzles, memory games, art appreciation, origami, chess, geography, drawing, Lego building, etc. 2. Play video games. According to researchers at the University of Rochester, action video games train the brain to process visual information. When playing video games, the individuals must pay attention to all the details in their environment and not only combat zombies or fight their way through terrains, but gather goods along the way. This trains their visual skills. 3. Block play or build models. Learn to build models, puzzles, or picking up furniture. Building models will help you visualize objects and then use pieces to recreate those objects. This will sharpen your geometry, mathematics, and memory skills and also help your visual perception and attention to detail. 4. Photography. Photography is a great hobby. It teaches you to explore viewing through different angles and learn about light reflection, changing the scale and angles of images. While photographing will enable you to widen your perspective and learn to see through a different lens. 5. Explore the physical world. Exploring the real world will teach you to visualize space and distance in the best way possible by being a part of it. Going out in the world and exploring roads, bridges, cities, and mountains will help you understand how far distance is and how tall buildings are. Within a short amount of time, you'll find yourself retaining this information and not having to reference your watch to see how long you've walked or your GPS to find your location. This will improve your memory and orientation. 6. Use gestures. Using gestures will help you retain information, especially if that information is regarding maps or models that need to be rotated. Recreating these moves with your physical body will help you better retain information as it frees up your working memory, which means that you do not need to memorize information and use your muscle memory instead. Phew, that was plenty, but good, right? You have just completed the course on visual or spatial intelligence type. Congratulations! We learn by doing, so take a moment to write 3 things that stand out to you. Also, write 3 things that you will try now, and now. You have 60 seconds. The clock starts now. log off, let us recap. Howard Gardner believed that the brain has evolved over millions of years to be responsive to different kinds of content in the world. Language content, musical content, spatial content, numerical content, etc. We evolve as humans every day. Spatial intelligence is the ability to visualize shapes in your mind's eye. It's the mental skill that architects and engineers use for their design work. To build and develop spatial intelligence, you must develop your ability to generate, retain, retrieve, and transform well-structured visual images using the everyday things around you. So now that we have learned about the visual or spatial intelligence type, it becomes your responsibility to develop this intelligence in order to be able to observe and interpret the obvious and the obscure. You now understand the strengths of this intelligence and what some famous people have been able to accomplish thus far. You've done exceptionally well. It's time for your gem step. A gem step is an assignment that helps you to make better daily choices and become better. Take a picture of yourself. Paint or draw the picture you see using any art form. With mom and dad's permission, try and change how your room looks now by changing positions of things like the bed or wardrobe to change your perspectives. Share your findings with us at ask@leadafrique.org. Thank you for spending this time with us. Be sure to practice your gem step and share your experiences with us. Until we see you again on the next course, remember, we are here to cheer you on to greatness.